Thank you, Michael. I just want to say that I'm a Gamilaroi woman and my father's side is Waka Waka. So cultural protocol dictates that I cannot do a welcome to country, but I can, along with yourselves, acknowledge that we're on the land of the Gadigal people, and the Gadigal clans are one of 29 clans that represent the Eora Nation. And the Eora Nation has four distinct boundaries: the Hawkesbury River to the north, the Nepean River to the west, the Georges River to the south, and of course the mighty Pacific to the east. And I would like to acknowledge that we're on their land and like to pay my respects to the elders past and present. And most of all, I'd like to pay my respects to you and wish you a safe journey from wherever you came. So I'm watching Glenn very quickly, so I'm going to give you a little background of what I've done. And I'm the mother of a profoundly autistic son with challenging behaviour, non-verbal. And in 1992, I founded the Disability Services Aboriginal Corporation. And we were greatly supported by Paula Ricks of the Intellectually Disability Rights Service, and of course a great Australian, John Jacobson, who was the chair of the Intellectual Disability Council many years ago. And the reason I founded that group was that I didn't want anything to happen to other Aboriginal children, but more so other Aboriginal parents when I went to ask for my help to get my son into a group home. Unfortunately, I went to the Aboriginal Services section of Docs and said, this is my son, he's 12-year-old. What happens when he's 15? As you know, a child with challenging behaviour is very difficult to handle. And there were no caseworkers in disability services. There were no Aboriginal special services at that time. So I went along and I never heard anything, and all of a sudden I had a notification of child abuse, and I thought that'll do me. And so when we started the group off, we had 15 children, and there are only 3 alive now. So still, nothing is done for our kids. And I'm a member of the Stolen Generations, and I guess when you mix with Aboriginal people and you know that they are reluctant to ever let their children go into homes because of that intergenerational trauma. But the reality is why I finally got my boy into a place was he's my responsibility. My sons have their own families, and I worry about what's going to happen after after I'm gone. And one of the other things I've done, you would have seen me jump up and give it to Kevin Rudd, Alan Jones, Christina Keneally, John Howard. So you would have seen my face on TV, and the same with the inquiry into the Stolen Generations. But I will never, ever stand up and just marginalise my son. When I get up and I speak for all those children, because I take my role as an Aboriginal person, a custodian. You have to care for everyone and everything in your land. Otherwise, because it's a privilege to be an Aboriginal person, and I take that role with pride. One of the other things that I am, I'm the Aboriginal Liaison Officer for the Scottish Heritage Council, because my paternal great-grandmother is a lady called Alice Fife. And I also have English, Irish, Scottish, Tahitian, Solomon Islander. So really, I think to myself, if the Miss World competition was based on bloodlines, Singer would have married me and I'd have no problem getting a house modified to anything that I want. So, but anyway, if you want to know about what I've done, I'm here to learn from you actually. And so we try not to, my son is an inspiration to me because I only have to look at him and I know the world can be a better place. And but you know that you deal with Aboriginal people? Yeah, their Stolen Generations is a big issue. They opened a can of worms and they can't close it. And that's why you'll find when you deal with Aboriginal people, they're so reluctant to send their children away. I've got relatives and they won't. And it's a terrible pain because the last thing I say to myself, like we were in the names in Sherbrooke, and I always thought my mother didn't love me, and I thought I would just die if my beautiful son thought that I didn't love him. But at the end of the day, our children are there to learn from us, and home is where the heart is, so he's there. So once again, thank you for inviting me. And we've got an event in NAIDOC Week on the Block. My friend Christine Olsen wrote the screenplay to Rabbit Proof Fence, And if you want us to come and talk about that and learn about the background of that, yeah. So I've got my own consultancy, so I don't have any cards, but everyone knows me in Redfern. And once again, at the back here, that's an Aboriginal women's birthing site. So anyway, I'm available and once I get cards done, but everyone knows me in Redfern. And once again, thanks for a warm welcome. Thank you.